I honestly look bigger. I mean, I've got yoga pants there, but I seriously look like I have a more distinct bump now. That's pretty exciting. Hello, and welcome to this episode of My Little Pomegranate, week 17. And let's start with symptoms. Since the last time you saw me, I wasn't doing too well. Pills have suppressed most of my nausea and all my vomiting, so that's good. The day I posted my little pickle vlog, I threw up 2 more times. However, this was actually due to, I think, my stomach acid's not completely recovering, and I didn't have enough in my stomach, and I ate and drank a little too much and my stomach couldn't handle it, so essentially I was just filling up my stomach until I reached a breaking point where I had to throw up. The second time I coughed and triggered a gag reflex, which triggered me throwing up. So Tuesday I didn't really eat either. Wednesday I finally did, and then Robin got his own form of sickness with getting food poisoning. Yeah, not fun. Check your sour cream. If the date is off by many months, don't eat it. We didn't realize this though, and Robin ate the sour cream and he paid the price that Wednesday, and he's much better now. It only lasted a day. He recovered because he's a trooper. Today has been a feeling I have not felt in a very long time. I'm finally starting to feel hungrier than normal. Hopefully this means I can start eating more things, because I really hope so. I really miss eating meat. We're going to actually test this out today, and I'm going to be trying to eat ground beef with taco seasoning, and let's see how it goes, because if I can eat this, then I can finally eat hamburgers, and I've been missing hamburgers so much. Yeah, that's kind of it for this main symptoms. It's ironic, because today I was reading my app that I have, and of course they said your appetite is going to be increasing. I was like, oh yeah, how long that's going to take? Apparently it happened the day of I turned week 17, so I don't know what that's all about. And I think this time we'll go on a more serious note on what this baby is being introduced to, because we all have a family history, and some family histories are not so nice. Some people have a history of heart disease, some have a history of cancer, and unfortunately both Robin and I do have some family histories that could play in part of this little child's future. The doctor at least knows what's going on, and at least we know what to prepare for in case something bad ever did happen. A minor one which I did mention to my doctor, but it is more prevalent in my family, especially my mom's side, is that obesity is a bit of a problem, and that came from my grandpa on my maternal side, so my mom's dad. And the family has usually been on the bigger side. I mean, they're Mennonites. They eat great but fatty food. Of course, they're going to gain weight. And although my grandma is a very skinny lady, she's in her mid-70s, and she's still very skinny and very shapely for her age. That sounds weird calling my grandma shapely, but Nana, you're very shapely. As you can see, I'm also not skinny. The rest of my family, though, in my siblings, they are skinny. So, and that, honestly, that, I don't know if this is all genetics. It could also just be that I don't exercise enough, which Robin says that is the case, because it's true. As well as, even though my eating has gone down, I do probably eat things and more things that I should. On that case, though, I have lost so much weight that I got little, wings, like little flabby wings, like look at that loose skin that I have here. I've lost 20 pounds, and this probably isn't something I should gloat about because I'll probably gain the weight back, but look at all this loose skin that I have. Like, it's so fun to play with. But the more serious note on my side is unfortunately something that my dad's side carries, which is heart problems. Not heart disease, but genetic heart issues. And what I mean is that we know that my great aunt, my grandma's sister, has a hole in her heart as we speak. She's had it probably her whole life. A second cousin of ours had open heart surgery as a baby. I'm not sure what her condition was, but it was obviously serious enough she needed surgery. And my sister has had 2 open heart surgeries because of 2 things. She had a hole in her heart, and she had transposition of the main arteries. So if you don't know your anatomy for your heart, essentially, there's your heart, and it's separated into chambers. And your deoxygenated blood, so your blue blood, goes through one vein towards the lungs to get oxygenated. Then it comes back to the heart into a different chamber, and the oxygenated blood goes through the other vein, go through all of your body. And that's how your heart should be. However, my sister's heart, her main veins towards the lungs into her body were switched. And we had no idea she had this until she was 14. That hole kept her alive for 14 years, and we had no idea. She never acted like you would think like someone with a hole in their heart would be lethargic. She was not lethargic. She was the drama queen of the family, and she was one of the active ones. Like, the only indication we got was that she was on the smaller side, and she was really skinny for her age. That was it. So she's had 2 due to a rare post-surgical symptom where fluid would build up in between her heart sac and her heart, which is not good. And we tried fixing it with drugs, but eventually we had to get surgery to get part of her heart sac removed so the fluid would drain. She's back to normal now, but she's got a gnarly scar right here. And now the thing that Robin unfortunately carries is what doctors are more concerned about, and we're actually getting genetic testing as we speak. We'll be going to a special ultrasound on November 1st to get this more looked into. Unfortunately, Robin's side carries a more potentially dangerous genetic problem called inborn metabolic disorder, or inborn errors of the metabolism. Essentially, this means that you're born with enzymes or proteins that are not working properly. In this case, he has had actually 2 siblings who have passed away from it. So essentially, their bodies couldn't keep up, and as a result, their fluid started building up by their organs hardened, and it killed them. He lost a 2-year-old brother before he was born, and he lost a 5-month-old sister. This is a recessive trait that his family carries. This means both his mom and his dad have this gene. And this also means his 2 surviving siblings and him are potential carriers. If you don't know genetics, as you know on my main channel, I am crazy about genetics. If you both have recessive, that means you're heterozygous. And when you have offspring, since they're heterozygous, they have 4 different results every time they had kids. They would have a 25% chance that their child would not carry this. That they'll be homozygous, non-carrier. There's also a 50% chance that they are a carrier, they're heterozygous like them. And then there's a 25% chance that they pass the gene, the dangerous gene on, and the child has inborn metabolic disorder. We don't know what Robin is. We don't know if he's on the homozygous no gene side or if he's on the heterozygous gene side. And I'm honestly not worried because there is a big chance that I don't even carry this problem. We're still going to look into it because you never know what can happen. And we need to at least be prepared, because now there are ways you can treat the disorder if you find out. which back in the day, back in the early to mid 90s, there were no ways you could find out. And there were no treatments as far as we know. Now they can find that out. If we make sure that I'm not a carrier, then honestly, it doesn't matter if Robin is or not, because no way would our child actually have the disorder. They would just be either 50% homozygous, that they don't have it like me, as far as I know, or 50% chance they'll be a carrier like potentially Robin is. But we don't know that for sure. If it happens that I do carry the gene, then we at least know what to look out for. But anyways, slightly depressing topic, but that is a reality when you have kids. Sometimes your family history comes into play. Like, it's kind of like if you are carriers for cystic fibrosis, you know? It could happen, and every condition is different for each family. For the heart condition, they're going to obviously keep their eyes open, you know, in the ultrasounds and when the baby's born, for potential signs that maybe it also has a hole in its heart. But they're more concerned about inborn metabolic disorder than heart issues, which I completely understand. Anyways, that is this vlog for the week, and I guess I'll see you when I am at week 18. So take care, everyone.